Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I am doing the weekly reading for the collective. This is for all signs. And yeah, just remember that when you see this, it's for the week ahead for you. And just tapping into the energies to see what's coming up. It may not play out exactly this way in this week, but energetically speaking, this is what's coming up for us. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And I'm going to be starting with the Kipper deck, and then I will dive into some other decks. So let's begin. We've got Toil and Labor, 38. I was just watching a reading recently where Toil and Labor came up. Not that I'll remember it or anything, but hey, Voodoo Ninja's here. Good morning and happy Sunday to you. Main male. Uh-oh. Bad health. High honor. 25. Bad health was 31. And concern. 33. This feels a little heavy. Somebody's got something going on, whether it's you or somebody you know. Hey, Jojo made it. Hello. Good morning. Thanks for being here. You could be the main male. You could be dealing with a main male. Although there is no gender in tarot technically, so this really could be anyone. This could be female embodying a male. This could, non-binary, whatever, whatever you identify as. Could be you. We all have masculine and feminine within us. Somebody has been working hard, working on something that potentially has caused some kind of bad health. That it's concerning. It's somebody with status, because we have high honor and concern. This person has, I don't know, possibly has people rallying, a community worried about them. Now, bad health isn't always physical. It could be a mental thing as well. But whatever it is, I feel like this person is in good standing overall with their community. And it's troubling. It's concerning that they're having such a hard time. So, okay. Is there another way to read this? Sometimes I can get a lot of stories from these cards, and sometimes, I don't know, I feel like right now it's pretty straightforward with the one story. I suppose it could be a thing too where it's like you could be working hard for somebody, which causes you to end up in bad health. Like, ugh, kitty fur. Kitty fur everywhere. The main male could be somebody who's driving you to work hard, like a boss or something, that causes you to end up in bad health, experiencing bad health. But it's like this person has status. They've got some kind of status, and your health could be concerning somebody else. I don't know. Apply it as it fits. Ultimately, some kind of struggle. Somebody's on the struggle bus for sure. Linda is here. Hello. Thanks for joining. Yes. So Osho Zen Tarot. We've got moment to moment. 2 of rainbows. Let's see. See if I can hold these all up at the same time. The Lovers. Gemini energy. Guidance. 3 of rainbows. Inner voice. That's High Priestess. For me as a reader, High Priestess is all water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And no thingness. Which is Hierophant in traditional tarot, which is Taurus. All right. Let's see. I gotta look at these for a minute. So there's this energy. Okay, so there's this energy of taking things moment to moment, of just trying to be present with a situation regarding a person. This could be romantic, doesn't have to be. In long time ago in tarot decks, the Lovers was just called the Choice. But especially in this card, there's this. It's like this. It makes me think of the twin flame thing. There's a familiar. There's a recognition. There's a familiarity here. It's like two peas in a pod. And with this person, it's either that you're being guided to move away from them, or they're guided to move away from you. But somebody's like, oh, they're looking back, like, oh, but for whatever reason, it's a moving on, moving up even. But it could also be where it's moving toward, like, it could be the kind of thing where somebody, you're being guided to, say, to work with somebody, work for somebody, but maybe you have something else going on, and it's like, feeling like, yeah, don't want to leave people hanging, or I'm still tied to the past somehow. But there's a sense of looking back, but being, you know being pulled in a different direction. Because the inner voice is it's the voice of intuition, right? And intuition is our direct line to our to our spirit guides, to our the universe, to energies that surround us, that are guiding us. And it's like, m- maybe it's the kind of thing where you're being forced to tune in. Oh, and we have dolphins here. Dolphins to me always speak of playfulness. You can see that there. Um, and there's this, there's this, like what looks like a quartz crystal down there, this purity, this clarity, because of moving in a new direction or moving toward where you're being guided, even though there's resistance or reluctance. And in this process of going within, it's opening up limitless possibilities. The nothingness is the void where all possibilities exist. So it's a really interesting progression with these cards, because there really is this kind of when we're taking things moment to moment, we're really it can take quite a lot of effort sometimes to stay present, stay in the moment. um a good lot of us tend to either live in the past or live in the future. And it's fine. It's fine to an extent to learn your lessons, to plan, but ultimately it's about the only thing that really matters, is the only thing that's real is this moment. See, okay, yeah. I'm thinking this is movement towards, you're being guided towards somebody who is a match to you. I'm getting, what's the quote? It's like, take one step towards the universe and it takes 10 steps towards you, kind of thing. It's like you practicing being in the moment is, it's like, maybe this is somebody, maybe you haven't met them yet, but chances are you already know them, and it's like this, yeah, being drawn to them, and needing to go within to to really get clear on why you might be feeling reluctant, um or just focusing on the practice of staying in the moment. Typically meditation, I can't say typically, but the idea of meditation is to help us practice bringing our attention back to the present moment. And so it's like, through this guidance, through this practice, there's there are new possibilities that are unfolding, that are showing up, that or you're just sitting in sitting in the darkness with your eyes closed, just waiting to see what's gonna pop up. So let me go with, what, I'm gonna pick some cards from the Wisdom of Avalon. We've got love. The Bard. Music, poetry, myth, history, and the enchantment of storytelling. Trust. The deer, gentleness and diplomacy. And the Grail Knight, romance, illusion, and seeking the sacred. Well, okay. There's for some of us, there is possibly a romantic thing going on here. I always try to read it for everybody, but with love and romance and the lovers, it's like okay. There's yes, there's this journey seeking the sacred. There's so interesting because it feels like the Kipper deck is like somewhat removed from the reading so far. Um, we'll see how much it ties in. Anyway, yeah, it could be just kind of a separate message. But this is okay. So love can speak to any kind of love. There's all different kinds of love. And it could speak to love of music, love of storytelling, changing your story to one that focuses on the love that you've had in your life as opposed to the pain. Um, we've all had a mixed bag. It's just what we choose to focus on, which is what ultimately drives us forward and kind of informs how we create our future, because we are always creating in every moment. We are always manifesting in every moment. And with this moment to moment being in the present, it's taking the focus off of the past or the future and just trying to be here and sit with the possibilities, with what's really all the good that's available, that's possible, because we have trust here. This is about trusting that things have happened for a reason. Things happen because we're meant to learn. Like my kind of what I subscribe to is um we're here on this planet. It's like a school. We're here to learn lessons ultimately. Over I mean everything teaches us things. We're constantly learning new things whether we're aware of it or not. And there's this settling into this trust. Yeah, either there's a need for it or it's what's happening. It's like recognize through this becoming present, um because of focusing on, I mean, with music and poetry, it's like delving into the soul, things that are really meaningful, and trusting that when you're listening to your soul's calling, which is a part of your intuition, you're going to go in the direction you're meant to. Because that's another thing about us humans, so about being on this planet, is we are creatures of desire. We can't stop desiring things. It is how we are wired. And I think the tricky part is to allow the desire to flow, to be there, but not get stuck in it, not get fixated on needing things to be a certain way. It's like allowing the desire to move you, but then being flexible and open to whatever direction you're moved in, which speaks to this guidance. And I, it's like the universe kind of, I want to say rewards us, but it's not even, I don't even feel like it's that intentional. It's the whole thing with what's it called? The law of attraction, where what we put out, it gets mirrored back to us. Like what I said, you take 10 steps toward the universe, it takes, or you take one step towards the universe, it takes 10 steps towards you. It simply means that what you're putting out, the energy you're putting out, the universe is giving that back. It's reflecting it back to you, but bigger and more. And so this is about being really intentional with what you're putting out there and focusing on, like I said, changing the story, focusing on something you love, music, poetry, um, looking at history, even. It- we have such a hard time learning from the past. And we repeat cycles, but when we can, that's when we elevate. So there's this trusting that the path is going to lead you where you want to go, whether you resist it or not. Ultimately, even if you you get dragged kicking and screaming, um you're going to end up going somewhere that you're meant to go. Hey, Redbeard is here. Yay, awesome. Thanks for joining. And so with the deer here, gentleness and diplomacy, um, seeking the sacred really pops out to me here. This is a gentle journey of love. This is not, it's not forcing, it's not, it's he's a knight, and knights, they are on a mission. They follow their directives, but in this case, this really feels like what I'm speaking to, which is um the sacred is whatever you are desiring. And I'm not speaking about um kind of momentary desires, those more hedonistic desires. This is that, that thing that bubbles up from inside that isn't always comfortable, where it's like, oh, I would love to do that, but you know usually the ego has all these reasons why it can't happen, but there's still that, that little like, oh, but wouldn't it be nice? And it's more of a long term satisfying kind of thing. um and so this is being really gentle with yourself, treading lightly on this path, because whatever you're going towards, it is sacred. It is a soul's calling, or whoever you're going towards. If this is romantic, it is a very divinely guided connection. Could be very spiritual. Again, we have this sacred romance. And with illusion there, it's like you don't want to get caught up in an idea of what something is. You want to stay focused on the present and whatever it is you're being faced with, because there are so many possibilities, infinite possibilities in the void, the nothingness. But this is also about, it's everything and nothing all at once. And it's just kind of sitting quietly within that. without expectation, just waiting for something to unfold or manifest. So, yeah, I'm gonna pick some animal oracles. All right, we've got dove spirit, be peace. Yeah. There's this, yeah, a lot of like the meditation, practicing being in the moment. Like this is all about inner peace. Being it makes me think of I think it was Gandhi who says, be the change you wish to see in the world. Be the peace you wish to see in the world. Bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. Ooh, yeah. Oh my God, I love bats so much. Uh, they are so cute. And they are not so scary. People are freaked out by them. A lot of bats eat fruit. They're not there to suck your blood. Chameleon spirit, act as if. And both of these are fives. um, a rebirth is assured, act as if. It's speaking to what I was talking about with the law of attraction, with manifesting what you want. When you have a desire, you don't want to focus on not having the thing that you want. You want to act as if you already have it. And that's why vision boards are so powerful. And spending time fantasizing and really feeling what you think it would feel like to have the thing that you want, or the person, or whatever. Um, that's what ultimately helps you manifest all the good. And if you find yourself falling into that feeling of, well, I've been waiting and it's not showing up, and it never works out for me, and I want it and I still don't have it. Um, you know, those messages, I want it and I still don't have it. The universe is like, oh, okay, well, I'll give you more of that, wanting it and still not having it. So you want to change by changing that narrative in your head, changing the story, and coming in. It's like you want to, when you catch yourself, and we don't always aren't always able to in the moment, but whenever you can catch yourself, bring it back to right here, right now, and be grateful for the things that you have. Gratitude is super powerful when you can really just focus on the good that's already come to you. And meditation is a great tool for learning how to recognize what's happening in the head, because our monkey mind can just kind of go crazy. I know mine can. Owl spirit, you see clearly now. Yes, you do, because you're listening to that inner voice, because you're being guided. Your spirit guides are totally, yeah, dragging you along. And whether you want to or not, you're seeing clearly. And eagle spirit. See, spirit has your back. Yes. And we've got a five again. We've got triple fives. You're on this journey that is it's beyond your control. Ultimately, every we like to think we're in control. We're really not. And in this case, this is a situation where you may recognize that you're it, you don't have control of this. But it, again, there's that trusting that it's all happening for you, for your benefit. And so just gently, gently moving forward and seeking the sacred. Um, yeah, there's a word that I can't think of. Anyway, I'm gonna finish with some abundance angels. Successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. So, yeah, if you have some kind of project, something that does require funding, look into the different resources that are available, because it's exactly what I was saying before, where um we're creatures of desire, right? I didn't really finish that thought, which is that those desires are given to us by our higher power. Those deep down nudges that feel impossible sometimes, and yet we can't stop thinking about it and wanting it. And this speaks to that perfectly, because it's like, if you have that desire, then the universe has also somewhere laid something out for you to help you achieve that desire. You just need to take steps towards it. Talk to people, research. When you take one step towards the universe, it takes 10 steps towards you. If you follow that desire, it's going to pay off. And do the work. Yes. It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. See, that's exactly right. If you have the desire, nothing's going to happen by sitting on the couch and saying, I want this thing. You got to actually take those steps. Um, and that's where you see the results. That's where things start to snowball and flow in and all the things. So this looks good overall, and it makes me think that whatever this initial thing was is with the Kipper deck. It's like it's like being on the struggle bus is forcing you to move to this whole new way of thinking, of taking action, learning to be present, taking on. It's like the kind of the dark night of the soul kind of thing that propels you forward into a spiritual awakening or spiritual growth of some kind. So wherever you're struggling, know that you're going to get through it and be better for it. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.